The prophet of fire, the story of Elijah. One man standing against a wicked king, calling down fire from heaven. Elijah suddenly appears during the reign of King Ahab, one of Israel's most wicked kings. Ahab and his wife, Jezebel, led the nation to worship Baal instead of the true God. Elijah stood before Ahab and declared, "As the Lord lives, there will be no rain for the next few years except at my word." And just like that, the rain stopped. The land became dry. Crops failed. Rivers shrank. There was famine everywhere. Elijah showed courage, not afraid to speak God's truth. After Elijah gave the message, God told him to hide by the brook Cherith. There, something amazing happened. Ravens brought him bread and meat every morning and evening. When the brook dried up, God sent him to a poor widow in Zarephath. The widow had only a little flour and oil left, preparing her last meal for herself and her son. Elijah told her, "Do not be afraid. First make me a small cake of bread. The jar of flour will not run out, and the jug of oil will not dry up." She trusted God, and every day there was enough flour and oil. God provided through faith. After 3 years, God told Elijah to meet Ahab again. Elijah challenged the prophets of Baal to a contest on Mount Carmel. The challenge was simple: 2 altars, 2 sacrifices, no fire. "Call on your God," Elijah said. "I will call on the Lord. The God who answers by fire is the true God." The prophets of Baal shouted all day. Nothing happened. Elijah repaired the altar of the Lord. He poured water over the sacrifice 3 times until everything was soaked. Then he prayed a simple prayer: "Lord, let it be known today that you are God in Israel." Immediately, fire fell from heaven. It burned the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and even dried up the water. The people fell on their faces and cried, "The Lord, He is God." Soon after, heavy rain returned to the land. After this great victory, Queen Jezebel threatened to kill Elijah. Suddenly, the brave prophet became afraid. He ran into the wilderness and sat under a broom tree. "I have had enough, Lord," he said. He felt alone and discouraged. But God did not abandon him. Later, God spoke to Elijah on Mount Horeb, not in wind, not in earthquake, not in fire, but in a gentle whisper. God reminded Elijah that he was not alone. Near the end of his life, Elijah walked with his servant Elisha. Suddenly, a chariot of fire and horses of fire appeared. Elijah was taken up to heaven in a whirlwind. He did not die like others. His life ended in glory. Elijah teaches us powerful lessons: courage to speak truth. He stood before kings without fear. Faith in God's power. He trusted God for food, fire, and rain. Honesty in weakness. Even prophets feel tired and afraid. God's gentle care. God speaks not only in fire, but in whispers. Imagine a lone prophet standing on a mountain. Fire falling from heaven. Rain returning to dry land. A whisper in the silence. Elijah's life reminds us, one faithful person can change a nation. God provides in drought. God answers by fire. And God speaks in whispers. Thanks for watching.